Hello kids, once more English teacher David. Again, in today's lesson we're going to learn something very easy, very fun, but very important at the same time. We're going to talk about clothes. Yes, you know, but teacher, what are clothes? Clothes, things that we wear. For example, this is a shirt, yes, or a t-shirt, yes, that we could say t-shirt. And obviously there are many different types of clothes. There are other things that we can talk about, like for example jackets, like for example a cap, like accessories, etc, etc. But in this lesson we're going to learn something very important. It's not only about clothes, but something else that I need to talk to you about. Now, we're going to start with just a little example. This example is very simple. Now, I want you to look at this. Here I am. I'm wearing a jacket. Yes? So the example is I am wearing a jacket. That's example number one. So pay attention, pay close attention, because this is very important. I say a subject, yes, in this case I, because it's not another person. I say I am wearing, yes, it means in this moment, right now. So I say I'm wearing a jacket, right? Now something important about this example I've just given you is the word I. Why is it important? Because when you're talking about clothes, in this case, in this context, in this situation, it's necessary to know if it is just one, or if it is just two, or three, or more. Because this is one, it's just one garment, it's just one jacket. It's necessary that we use the article a. Article a represents one. So I say, I am wearing a jacket. Now, what happens if, for example, I'm wearing something different? I'm going to give you another example. So, here we go. Now, I'm wearing a cap, right? Second example, I say, I am wearing a cap. I'm wearing a cap. Now, notice that this is very easy, because the only thing that changes in the example is what you are wearing. In this case, if you're wearing a jacket, then you say, I'm wearing a jacket, and then you say, I'm wearing a cap. Yes, I'm wearing a cap. Those are the two things that change in my outfit, right? Now, this rule applies for most of the nouns, because a jacket is a noun, is an object. A cap, yes, a cap is another object, right? But what happens if I give you another example? Let's see this other example. Now, here I am. I'm wearing a pair of glasses, or I am wearing glasses. Now, what happens to this example? Look closely to the example. I am wearing glasses. Now you say, teacher, what happened to the article a? Remember, I told you that when you say a, represents one, singular. But in this case, glasses, when you're talking about glasses in English, they represent a plural object, because it is supposed that it is two. Alright, so in this case, it's not possible to say I'm wearing glasses. It's not possible, because this in English, glasses is a plural noun. It happens the same with pants. If you're talking about pants, you're talking about a pair of pants. You can say a pair of pants, but you don't say I am wearing a pants, because that's incorrect. In English, people don't speak like that. In Spanish, probably we say, okay teacher, but pantalón is singular. In Spanish, yes, but in English, no, right? Now, we continue talking about different clothes. I'm going to give you different examples. And in these examples that I have here, we can say we say that the article a represents one in the singular. So I say a shirt, yes, shirt. I can say a skirt, that is for women. You can say a sweater, which is for both women and men. You can say a tie, right? In this case, we're talking about singular. But let me give you other examples. Now, here we have the other examples that I was talking about. That here we have a car, yes, not only with clothes, because you can do examples with clothes, but you can also in general do it with other objects. Like for example, in this case, a car. You say a car. I am driving a car because it's just one. I am reading a book because it's just one. And I'm using a pencil because it's just one, right? But here we have another example, and pay attention because this is different. It's a little bit different. We say an elephant. Why we say an elephant and we don't say a elephant? Well, basically because we have one essential rule in English that's very simple but important. Here, notice that car, the letter C, is a consonant. Letter B is a consonant. And letter P is another consonant. But in the case of elephant, letter E is a vowel. Let's see what the vowels are. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels in Spanish and in English. A, E, I, O, U. So you say an elephant, or you say an orange, yes? Because this is, it's a vowel, right? Here, the words, the nouns start with a consonant. C, B, and P, those are consonants. P, T, M, D, F, G, Y, those are letters in English that are consonant. But if I say A, E, I, O, U, those are vowels. And when you start a noun with a vowel and you want to say that it's singular, that it's just one, I say an elephant, I say an orange. Another good example could be an intelligent person. Yes. So, for example, you can say you are an intelligent person. Now here, notice that intelligent, even though it's not a noun, it's not an object, it's an adjective, it starts with the vowel I. If it starts with A or E or I or O or U, then it's important that if it's singular, you start with an. Yes, you add this little n and then add the word that you need. Yeah? Now this is very important. Now what you have to do is, with the vocabulary of clothes that you have in the exercises I sent you, what you have to do is look at the vocabulary, complete the words of the vocabulary, and at the end there is another exercise that is about the article a or an. What you have to do is very simple. You just have to complete the words, you have to complete the phrases with the correct article. If the article is a, that is because it starts with the consonant. If the article is an, it's because the word that follows starts with a vowel, guys. Now, if we continue talking about clothes, we can continue talking about the jacket, a cap, a shirt, pants, jeans, sweater, etc., etc. But the vocabulary is included in the guides. So what you have to do in the worksheet, you have to look up in the worksheet the vocabulary preview, and in the vocabulary preview you will see all the words that are related to clothes, right? Now, if you've got examples, if you've got questions, if you have comments, you can text me, you can ask me, and I'll be glad to help you kids. So I think that's all for this lesson. I hope you learned I hope you do those exercises well, and see you guys next class.